Oh, you go. Actually, sound
Yeah, was that all right?
lows better as well now.
Are we around about the same when we talk?
I'm a little bit low, but it's fine.
Okay, I'll think you up a
It
little
is
bit.
fine and dandy.
We will see how it goes.
I know. I'm finally getting this thing to it. Now you're going to hear this bench creaking all the time now. My fat arse keeps moving.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Every time I fart on the stream.
Uh-oh. It's gonna mega loud bottom burps.
It's going to be like a nuclear job.
Right, what's happening, troops? Welcome back to your weekly dose of nostalgic goodness. I am Liam, joined as always by besterest bud in all the world, Nick.
Hello.
Hello. We are broadcasting live on Twitch.
I don't have to say stuff.
No, just let me do my thing and then you can say whatever you want, bro. We're broadcasting live on Twitch here at twitch.tv/Retro Gak Attack. This is where you can catch the raw, uncut versions of RGA before it gets a lovely edit and it makes its way onto our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/@Retro Gak Attack. Retro Gak Attack is also available in audio form on all the major podcasting platforms because we've sorted it out now. So that you can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast and Google Podcast, etc., etc. And it's all available through our Buzzsprout page. So if you just go on to rga.buzzsprout.com, you can find whichever podcasting platform suits you best, because we're on there now.
There you go.
So what are we talking about today?
I've got it on my podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about Payday, aren't we?
We've decided to talk about Payday 2 specifically.
Yeah, specifically. I mean, to be fair, though, Payday 2 is pretty much include Payday.
They're more or less the same game, aren't they? So
yeah, and all the Payday 1 levels are in Payday 2. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's actually a pretty massive game when you go back to it now.
It is absolutely humongodongus. It's humongodongus.
Because when I considered because I sent you the thing the other day, Payday 2's on mobile. Still not played it.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think I could ever play it on mobile.
My fingers aren't good enough. It might be alright. We did all right on PUBG.
We did.
We were pretty gangster at that. I think that's why I'm okay on these mobile phone games, and I think a lot of people really struggle with the touchscreen stuff. So I won a lot on PUBG. I've won a few on Apex Legends. I just don't. They're not the type of things I'd stick around and play on mobile. To be honest.
Yeah, and it takes up so much room on your phone as well.
Yeah, they're chunky. They're chunky chunks.
I mean, with PUBG and Apex, it's just looting and shooting, aren't you? But I mean, with Payday, you've got to be tactical, haven't you? And you've got to be doing other stuff.
Yeah, as we've learned over the years, I'm not the greatest at listening to orders and being patient with Payday, but
Yeah.
There may be some visual evidence on the YouTube somewhere.
Just me screaming at you saying no.
Yeah, and we did a little bit. Was it start of the year? We replayed it, and
it was a couple of months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. There is a video on the YouTube channels. You can check it out. As to weapons playing Payday 2. It was loads of fun.
Doing amazing.
Oh, obviously we're the best at that game. I actually don't have any facts because I haven't had the chance to look. So if you tell us about your initial experiences of Payday,
thank you.
Even if you just start with Payday 1, as I mentioned,
just for everyone on the YouTube. Oh, look at that bad boy!
Oh, yeah, the audio listeners can't hear that, or they can't see it, but
they can't smell it either.
Oh, we don't have smell-o-vision on Retro Gak just yet, but we're working on it.
So, what was it? First impressions?
Yeah, even Payday 1 as
Well, that's the thing, is there's no... I don't remember there being a game quite like Payday where, you're a criminal mastermind and it's not just... excuse me. You've got to think about what you're doing and, how you are going to complete this mission. The only thing I can think of is Rainbow Six. That's quite tactical in that sort of sense. But rather than you being the hero and getting the hostages, you are a criminal mastermind and you're going to be robbing everything. So, Yeah, when the first Payday came out, we played it. I'm sure we tried to play it when Banger, the first one.
When we were in college, I remember downloading Payday 1. I think this was just before Payday 2 came out.
I'm sure you got it through PlayStation Plus. Sure it was, because I don't ever remember paying for it. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, but obviously with our really dire internet,
Yeah.
it was really hard to communicate and actually cover each other whilst we're doing the missions.
We kind of would just go with the flow and just kill everyone.
We were just killing it. We were just killing everyone. Yeah, we didn't know what we were doing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I remember probably the first time we did the bank mission, and we must have been on it for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Not having a clue what to do.
No.
And I'm sure one of the videos on the old channels is that episode where for about 40 minutes before we realise that we've got to go upstairs and get the canisters to set the floor on fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't really get too far into Payday 1, as it were.
No, my only real sort of memory of Payday 1 is that bank level, the whatever bank.
The first level, yeah.
First level, and it just to me it was a bit overwhelming. Like, it was a massive bank, loads of people everywhere, so you kind of have to do the Point Break, just bash in, get everyone down, get down. Yeah. You point guns at everyone, then you go nick everything. So it just felt like a bit too much, where the second the alarms go off and stuff, and then the popos show up, and then you just straight bombarded, and it's like, whoa, this is so overwhelming. So I wasn't totally sold on it the first time round.
Yeah.
But then
it's easy enough to get put off with it.
Yeah, because it's not Call of Duty. It's not, whatever. Contra, if we're talking retro. It's nothing like something you can just run and gun, shoot everyone. It literally is. You've got your limited ammunition. You've got your little sub-item things, depending on what you choose, the ECM jammers or trip mines or the drill or what, special drills. So it's a lot to take in the first time you play it.
Yeah.
But how did we get Payday 2? I don't remember. I wouldn't have thought
I'm sure we bought it.
Yeah?
I'm sure we did.
I was just like, we heard it's good co-op game, so we'll try it.
Oh no, because we played Payday 1 and we enjoyed it, even though the internet was bad. And I think at that point, Payday 2 was when I was up here.
Yeah.
So, and I think it was like, we'll get it now that I've got better internet.
Was it lockdown where we pounded it?
No. This is the first time it came out is when we absolutely battered it.
God,
because when we came back, there was all the DLC had come out.
Oh, there was a ton of DLC.
There was a ton that came out that we totally missed. Yeah. And then we were like, oh, this DLC is awesome because you've got new weapons and the gauges, packages, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So and loads more levels. I think at the point that we'd done originally, I think we'd done a fair few. I think what we got up to was we'd done playing the engine, the combustion engine, where you have to go down into the basement.
Yeah.
And that level was so hard because the bad guys on that are absolutely relentless.
Yeah.
And they weren't just the normal ones. They were just like the bloody Splinter Cell guy, and do you know what I mean? And the tank and the shields and that. They were just them constantly.
When you get those levels where they throw the tanks at you, the Splinter Cell guys, the bloody the Taser men. They're the bane of our lives, the Taser men. Just stuck. Oh, it's irritating.
Yeah. So I think we've probably done that level. I can't remember the level that comes after that, but I think at that point, I think we just kind of gone. It's getting too hard.
It was a bit too much at that point.
Yeah. And then we came back with the DLC.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that it was necessarily easier, but I think they may have done some changes to the level and that. Yeah. And then we just played it again with all the DLC and the extra levels. Because I think at that point they put it's not a story mode, but it's like you do levels in a certain order.
Yeah.
and you get like bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, it was their sort of way of doing a story mode. Like you follow the set path that they want you to follow.
Yeah.
Because when we first played it, it was just like it gives you the map, and then it's
pick a level on the map, and that's it.
Pick one. Some are more difficult than others. Have a have a whale over time, and it was fun. I loved just doing that. Just we haven't done that one. Oh, it's this one, but it's even harder, and you get more experience and more money.
Yeah.
What is really good about it is like even when you do the same levels, there's differences. There's little random variants. So certain pathways could be blocked off, or certain enemies might be in this position as opposed to that position.
Yeah,
and
like just the different places. Security guards have got key cards. Yeah.
So like a lot of the time, you're kind of hoping that you luck out a bit with where things are positioned. There might be a safe here. There might be a security door there, or
I like the security room could be in like one of 3 different places.
That's good because it changes it up every time you play whatever level you play in.
Oh yeah.
It's a really good game, and it's so satisfying as well when you get like a good haul of gold or something. When you're like, we had a good thing of you were the drill man, you had the super silent drill, and I would come in with the saw and get all the security boxes, and and then we'd be running out with tons of money. It was great.
I mean, there's the skill trees at the beginning, but they weren't basic; they were quite in depth. But I mean, coming back to it now,
because obviously
it's on Game Pass, and what the hell, man? There's so much more.
You've got like 3 or 4 separate skill trees for different things.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always the drill guy because it's just a case of you'd be the one on the lookout, and you'd be the big buff guy.
I love the shotgun. The shotgun is fun in Payday.
Yeah,
it's.
And you'd have the saw that you could just mince through doors or whatever.
Yeah. And
then I would have the drill in case, and it'd be the silenced one in case we had to do a stealth mission,
which we were so good at.
Oh, I know. I think we probably only stealthed the mission probably about 4 or 5 times and got away clean.
And I don't know if that's us being bad or if they are like genuinely hard. I think they are actually hard.
I'm so happy and satisfied that we actually got to do one in stealth. So I'm quite happy with that.
Right. So shall we quickly get through some facts?
Oh God, you got some.
Well. I found a page. I'm
gonna have a cheesy chip and gravy.
You go nuts, my friend, and I'll entertain the troops.
This is Parenthood. Your dinner at like 8:30. Was it 8:30? 8 to 9 at night. This is your dinner.
8:45.
Get used to this, mate.
Oh God! I want to facts. When the game was in development, much earlier on, bags would have value displayed when you were carrying it. As you got shot, it would lose its value due to holes in the money or drugs leaking out the bag. Holes in the money.
That's harsh.
It would also heavily tilt your screen as well. The idea was later scrapped. I like the idea. Harsh.
It does tilt a little bit.
I think
it still does.
It would have been a good addition to like the tougher difficulties. Like easy or normal mode should just be you get shot, don't you? There's nothing much you can do about it. But when you're in the harder ones, you should have to protect that bag. So like if you're getting shot, the value decreases. I quite like the idea of that. They might bring it in Payday 3.
Maybe. I hate it when you put a bag down and then the police go and steal it.
Yeah.
But fucking riles me up.
We'll get back to it after, but the AI is derpy.
It's the same principle.
I love it. It's funny. But yeah, it's annoying. The Lucille baseball bat is a weapon used by the antagonist Negan in The Walking Dead. The item was added to the game in celebration of the announcement that Overkill and Skybound were partnering to create a co-op Walking Dead game. I don't know if that's come out already. But
I was gonna say, did it come out?
I don't know, but every Walking Dead game apart from the Telltale one has been bum. How?
I was gonna say, I think The Walking Dead is way past its. Brightest prime.
It's had its day, hasn't it?
Yeah. But I think like about 4 years ago, wasn't it, when it went downhill?
They're still trying to drag it out.
Why?
I don't know. And it's like, how can you mess up zombie stuff? Zombie stuff, the easiest thing is to get right. The Saw item, OVE 9000, may be a reference to the popular meme of it's over 9000 from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, from Vegeta.
I don't know. That's more your thing than mine. I don't know.
I mean, it's a stretch.
It's a stretch. It could also be a reference.
Is, you can use this over, so over 9000.
Yeah, I think this one's more believable. It could also be a reference to the BFG 9000 from Doom. Maybe.
I was going to say maybe.
The 9000 makes a bit of sense.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a weapon.
I was going to go like more along like Ed 209. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like something like...
You have 20 seconds to comply.
I
love Ed 209.
But yeah. I used that on Flynn the other day, actually.
That's how you do parenting.
Yeah. Not comply.
Ed 209, your child.
I am Sans one child now.
Oh no. You got the Robocop treatment.
That's it. Out the window.
There is an unused song in the game's data, tentatively titled Insane. The track bears some resemblance to a used song entitled Full Force Forward. So there's an unused song. That's
it's a hidden song.
Hidden song. Facts. A mask in the game known as Peter, obtained by joining the community group, is a reference to a similarly named mask in Hotline Miami.
Oh, there is one, yeah.
I think this might be old, or I might be wrong now, but I think they've already added all of the Hotline Miami stuff into the game at this point.
Yeah.
Which is no shock, because, Payday 2's all about masks and stuff. You collect the masks. Your character can wear a mask.
Yeah.
And Hotline Miami is basically the same thing. Just, you
the amount of masks there are in now as well. When we first started,
bloody tons.
I know, when we first started, it was like, oh my god, there's loads.
There's
but like,
loads,
there's a fucking shit more now.
Yeah.
Jesus. I will never unlock all them masks. No one chance in hell.
No, and especially when you complete a heist or whatever, and you get a random choice of 3 items, which might be a mask. So you've got like a 15-20% chance of it being a mask, because it could also be a colour, a gun, a gun part, money.
Your odds are 33% chance picking the right one with the mask, but then even then, what are the odds that is going to be a mask?
Ended up being a mask. Because sometimes when they flip, sometimes 2 of them are the same thing, like 2 colours or something, and then a money in the middle or something. So yeah, if anyone owns all the masks in Payday 2, fair play to you, but also get a fucking life. Jesus. Bulldozers are the Hurt Locker guys. Bulldozers are immune to a large amount of melee weapons. They were originally coded to be immune to melee, but when knives were added, and the Are You Kidding Me achievement with them, dozers were made specifically damageable by knives only. Okay. Since then, the list of weapons that can hurt dozers has been expanded, but many still do 0 damage against them. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, how do we get? We just shoot the thing, don't we? The mask, and it breaks.
Why would you try? Why would you try and wail on one of those guys with a melee weapon? You've got a gun in your hand. Shoot them.
Yeah, if you bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah. The Headless Titan Dozer, contrary to popular belief, actually can be headshot. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea who that is either.
The headshot hitbox is incredibly small and pretty much requires you to hit his spinal cord, however. Headless Titan Dozer. I will do the quick googs.
Googs. Cheesy chips and gravy is the best meal ever.
Oh yeah, man.
Just keeping it on keep it on topic.
Of course. Where are we now? Titan. I've already forgotten what it's called.
Headless
Titan Dozer. Headless Titan Dozer. Oh, I think it's like it's a mega bulldozer that we've probably not come across.
I was going to say we've not gone hard enough to probably get to it.
Oh, the Headless Titan Dozer from Hell was announced on October 28th, 2014 as an enemy for the 2014 Halloween event.
All right, okay, shall we?
Hence the so it can't be headshot, but there's a tiny margin where you can.
Tiny little bit,
Okay, I kind of wish I'd seen him, but there you go.
We've missed out on that one.
We're going to have to play more and see if we get a Headless Titan dozer. During the development of Payday 2, several Sony playtesters believed that the name Chains may be considered as racism, since the character is African American and the name Chains is related to the history of slavery. Yeah, they're going there.
Yeah, no, I can see that, but
several name changes were pitched, like Chains, Chanes, and Chains, Chaynes.
you mean like Chains from WWF?
Yeah.
Remember him?
So they're just changing the way it's spelled. Changes everything. Chains.
Yeah.
At the end, Overkill Software decided to keep it in since the reason was being overinterpreted. It's just a name at the end of the day.
It's fine.
It's just a name. They should have just changed him and called him Dave or something like that.
So then, to be fair, the name it doesn't actually say on Wiki if anyone owns them. So, yeah. But the names for the characters are pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I quite like them. We'll go through them after. But
yeah,
they're some cool names. There is an unused mask hidden in the game's files called the Twister. It greatly resembles Obito's mask from the Naruto anime and was likely not incorporated due to copyright issues. I don't know anime, but there's a picture here and it looks a bit wacky. Would have been quite cool.
Flynn runs like Naruto.
Does he? Is that the thing? Is that the arms behind your back run thing?
Yeah.
See, that's the Sonic run to me. That's what they do with Sonic nowadays, isn't it? He's got the Sonic run.
Yeah,
this one's mentioning Terminator, so I'm going to read this. It's big. Ooh. It's big, but I know it's going to be cool. Okay. By joining the community group on Steam for Payday 2, you can obtain a mask called Terminator. The description reads, "These shades belong to an assassin from a distant land. The assassin John was sent to kill was built like a machine. This one would prove to be hard. He used a customized, improved, combined tactical vest. He was fully armored and very tough. Behind all that armor, however, John knew there was only flesh and bones. John managed to kill him in the end. He knew, however, that when he removed him from his place, another would replace him. This is an obvious reference to the Terminator series, with the assassin being the Terminator and John being John Connor." That's quite cool.
Well, there you go.
There's no picture, though. I think you just get the... I'd imagine it's the original shades from Terminator 1. Oh, yeah.
Be good with the eye. Nothing else interesting.
Nothing mega. It's just taking me to like a community page on Steam now, so
me try and join.
But there's a lot of just random facts. And the thing is, the game is huge. This day and age, I think it was 2013 it came out, wasn't it? 10 years ago. PS3 era.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And in all fairness, it's still going now, 10 years later.
Yeah.
DLC is still sprouting out.
Do you want to know how many?
Oh, God.
Go on, guess how many downloadable pieces of content there is. Like packs.
Individual packs?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking 3 figures, aren't you?
No.
Oh, is it not that big?
No, not that big.
Okay, I'll go 55.
Well, no, 30.
Oh, okay. I thought there'd be more.
So, but you've got to think about that. Every one of them has probably got a level, a character, weapons. So, I mean, the first one was the weapons DLC. Gage's arm dealer. I love Gage in the game. She's freaking badass. But so that was... It didn't say when that was. But I'm assuming it'd be 2014.
Supposedly as well, at the time of recording, it is 90% off on Steam.
Oof.
So go and get it, because it's a really fun game. I'll click... Oh, I don't think it'll tell me because I own it, don't I? Oh, not on Steam. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's asking me for my date of birth, sod that. It'll be like £3 probably for the base game. It'll be like a couple quid, and it's worth it. Payday 2 is such a good game.
I'm sure that we'd got the game PS Plus to pay. No, we got the game, and then we got the DLC that was on offer because we had PlayStation Plus, and I'm sure we got the DLC for like £6 or something like that.
Probably.
And we had a mad chunk of DLC.
Yeah. Oh god, there was tons of stuff. I remember it was the moment we like mega bummed it was when they released Clover.
Yes.
Whatever shit. I think it was like a Game of the Year edition of it or something.
Yeah. Crime Wave edition.
Crime Wave edition. That's the boy.
We got the upgrade.
Yeah, and that it just gave you a ton of stuff. Of stuff.
I think that was the one where the PS4, Xbox One upgrade. So we went taking it from the PS3 to the PS4. I think that was the Crime Wave edition was the upgrade.
Yeah.
So the graphical upgrade.
That was the thing. I remember. I think we played a little bit on PS3, and it doesn't.
We played a fair bit on PS3.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It didn't run great at the time. You didn't really know any better.
Yeah.
But when you get the upgraded version on the PS4 for us, it was so much smoother. It just it loaded faster. It ran better.
Yeah.
You realize how much of a difference that the
generation.
the PS3 to the PS4 was a big step.
Yeah,
I don't see that step in the 4 to 5. There's a slight step, but
3
to 4 was a noticeable step.
It was a big one. Yeah.
Ooh, limited editions. Did you ever get a limited edition Payday loot bag?
No, I remember seeing them though.
You could get a unique skull mask.
The duffel bag. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my!
I'm sure we joked about getting it.
Oh my Christ! Payday loot bag, 2 beta keys, original soundtrack, discounts.
It's got some good music.
Guide to the. The music is good. The music is. I remember downloading it because I thought, it'd be really good for the gym. This, and I've not like put it on the gym yet, but like, there's just
it'd be when you've got that lull between waves and then it kicks in.
Yeah,
that's probably your gym kind of.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's when you notice the music in the game is when it kicks in. It's like, oh, this is really good. But like, 'cause I don't know any of the titles of any of the songs or anything else. I don't know which one to pick to start a workout or anything.
I might listen at it at work tomorrow actually.
Well, we're
gonna on YouTube and
we're gonna get each other in the mood. I'm already in the mood to play the game, so
I know. The music is effective and it does what it needs to do. It gets you hyped when your next wave of enemies are coming.
Yeah.
And that's all it needs to do. I mean,
it's mostly just like it's just like crazy EDM music, isn't it? It's just
it's just dance stuff. Yeah.
But it's good when the heist and that when they get going and you got the popo on you and you got the tank boys on you and everything, and then that music kicks in and it's going down.
It's game time.
Yeah, it is really good. It does suit. It wasn't going to make our best soundtracks list. It's decent, but
6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like majority of songs all sound the same because that's what EDM is to me. I think a lot of EDM sounds the same, but they work for that game. It's just when you actually look at the soundtrack, there's like 50, 60 plus songs on it. It's mental.
Yeah, I know. And at the beginning, there was probably like about 10.
Yeah, but the thing is, I wouldn't know any different now anyway if there was 60 tracks because they all sound the same to me. So
yeah. Let's go with the characters. Where are we going?
Dallas.
Dallas is
he's like the main one, isn't
he? Yeah, that's what everyone goes on about.
He's the only one I remember. I know you got off the top of my head. You got Dallas. You got Hoxton.
Yep.
You've got. I'm out. Chains. Yeah. Was he one of the original ones? Was he? I thought he was like a DLC
and then Wolf
from Gladiator.
Wolf. Yeah. On Gladiator. Oh, yeah. Please do a video of Wolf from Gladiator, please.
No promises. No, yeah. If I was choosing between those 4 guys, because obviously you don't need to anymore, because there's a billion DLC characters as well, including John Wick. Wolf was always my go-to because I liked his mask, the white and red mask.
Yeah, that was good.
I just thought he looked the smartest and the more suited to my taste, that mask.
I was Hoxton.
Hoxton.
It was always
Which one was
Hoxton.
Hoxton? Which
The
mask?
Londoner. Can't remember what mask he is, but he's the Londoner guy.
I don't remember, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even think Dallas was from Dallas, was he?
No.
I think it was just his
maybe.
burglar name.
Just his name. Right, let's have a go. See, I hate this website. Right, yeah. Dallas, Chains, Hoxton, Wolf, and Houston.
Houston, of course. You got Dallas and Houston.
Isn't Houston the guy that gives you all on the radio?
Oh, I
Sure,
don't
that's
know.
him.
It might be.
Yeah. Barney. No.
There's someone called Bane.
Yeah, Bane is as well, yeah.
Is he like an ally, or is he...
Yeah.
Because Thingy's in it as well. Gus from Breaking Bad.
Oh, fuck is he?
Yeah, but he's one of the guys you take jobs from, because you always see his face. You see his face in the background when you're picking your guns and stuff.
Yeah, in the blue background of the videos.
Yeah. He's not the elephant. There's one called the elephant. I think he's a different...
Yes, the elephant.
Big black bloke.
Yeah. So there's Bonnie, who is a 43-year-old Scottish gambler. That's who I play as now.
Oh, that's the one. I think I'm still Clover. I'm either Clover or John Wick.
I mix between Clover and thingy. Jacket. Yeah. Sokol is a Russian guy.
Yep.
Jiro, Japanese guy. I can't read anymore because the website just literally give me like the first line. So, Jimmy, who is a coke addict.
Of course. Go on, Jimmy.
Bodie.
Bodie.
Yeah. Sangres.
Oh yeah, Sangres.
Sydney. Scarface.
What, the actual Al Pacino character?
I don't know. It just says the Cuban Kingpin. So it could be. I don't know.
Sounds like it could be.
Yeah. Duke.
Okay.
Duke, yeah. Ethan. Joy. Yeah. Okay. Hilla.
Hilla?
An Israeli. No, Hila.
Oh. Okay.
Hilla, yeah. She's a Israeli vlogger.
Of course.
Of course it is. And then Hacker. And but I mean there's Gage as well. There's Gage and John Wick, and there's obviously not the full list.
Oh no, but there are tons now. It's gone from Payday 1 that had your 4 bog standards.
It was the 4 basic ones, yeah, to hunters now.
To a whole Smash Bros Ultimate sized roster of characters to play as, and a billion masks to pick. Right.
Rust, played by Ron Perlman.
Oh yes.
Ron Perlman in there is one of the bad guys.
If I'd have known, I'd be Ron Perlman all the time. I love Ron Perlman. I think I sounded like him then. Ron Perlman. What about the gameplay? How does the game run and feel?
So this does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? Really, it's a first-person shooter, and it's for the most part, it's quite responsive and smooth.
It's a bit clunky though, isn't it?
Sometimes.
It's like
sometimes, but then you've got to think it's an engine that was made 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like if you compare it to whatever your modern day first person thingies are, they've still got Call of Duty going and Apex, whatever else. These are, if you play them, not that I play a lot of them, but I've played little bits.
Yeah.
They are very well made games. Like when you control them, they are fluid. They are good controls. They're well controlled games.
But Payday's by studios that have got millions of pounds.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Payday's got a big indie feel to it, where it's not centered on the gameplay as such, like the way it controls. The way it controls is just a part of the game.
Yeah.
Because
it gets you from A to B, but it's the enjoyment of getting from A to B is what makes the game.
It has issues with, like, if you walk off a ledge, gravity doesn't work right in that game. It's like you float for a bit, and then it's like, and then you'll land and die after falling off a step.
Yeah.
It's little things like that, and I like the gunplay. The gunplay is very satisfying in it when you get a headshot.
Look amazing.
Yeah,
they look amazing. Yeah,
and they feel there's like a good realistic feel to those guns as well.
Yeah, you get a good kickback and a ricochet when you're shooting them. Yeah.
So that's something they have got right, is the actual gun play in it, the gunfire. Yeah. But it's just the controls are a bit stiff and a bit clunky.
I've never thought the melee felt.
Yeah, it's just sort of like it's like a flap, isn't it? It doesn't even matter what you've got. It's just like
it's just dunk. You know what I mean? There's no thingy back or anything like that. You know, if you punch someone in COD, you just see the head snap back. Whereas this, you're hitting the coppers with a club, and they're just like taking.
They're just standing there and pounding you with a machine gun in your face. Yeah. It's not the highlight of the game. Is the actual game?
I don't tend to use melee all that much anyway. So just in desperate need.
The only thing I tended to use when we were bumming it was Clover's Shillelagh.
Oh, I love Clover's Shillelagh. That was so good.
Because I think it had like a knockdown effect. I think it would stun or knock someone down. Excuse me. So it was worth using, but I think like any, the butt your gun or punchy, or I don't think they do much.
No. Well, the knife is like.
I think the knife is more your damage one. It'll do a bit of damage, but it won't stun them.
Yeah, but it looks like you stab him in the face. So you just he's just
taking it.
The end of the knife. Yeah, it's just like yeah.
But you need, at least with the Shillelagh. At least with that, it would put them down. You can just pop them or something. It was, it was quite satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
The AI. Let's get back to the AI.
Okay.
Friendly and enemy AI. Both dodgy. But it's part of the charm, though. It is part of the charm.
Yeah, no, I know it is. It is. Your friendly AI is stupid at best and unresponsive at worst.
Yeah.
Essentially. But if you're doing it on your own, you are essentially just playing that game on your own.
It's not a great game on your own. But I've learned that it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's very limited.
It is depending on the mission. If there's a mission where you've got to concentrate or something, you can't do it on your own.
No. And any of the missions, I would say any of the missions on the normal difficulty is fine. But it quickly gets to that point where you need to be doing hard. Very hard. Overkill. And then, what? So you need the partner. You need an actual player-controlled partner.
Yeah, because you're leveling up once you get to a certain point. You're going to have to be hitting them hard levels to actually get a decent amount of experience to level up. Yeah.
Enemy AI is strange.
Yeah, there are some strange things that it does. Yeah.
They're a bit derpy sometimes. It's just one of them things. It's a 10-year-old game. Yeah. Like you say, it isn't like, I wouldn't say it's indie game. It's obviously like, Overkill have some credibility. Not saying that indie don't have credibility, but it's not a cheap studio. But
it's not like a 3-man band.
Yeah, but then again, it's not Activision or Bungie or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
I
think
the square in the middle of where studios.
Yeah. But that's why I kind of like it as well. I like that it's not like it's not trying to be too realistic, and
it's not a AAA title.
There is like an arcadey vibe to it. It's
yeah.
How many shots would it actually take to put down a Hurt Locker man? I don't think it would take as much as the game takes.
No, but I mean, sometimes in the game we're like at him for like 2-3 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And he's still going. Like he's not stopping you. He's just coming straight through.
Yeah. He is bulldozing through.
Yeah, or like the Splinter Cell guy where he does all these flips.
Yeah, he's over the top. He's like a Japanese character, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a police officer and you're going to stop burglars, the last thing you're going to be doing is like flippy shit. Do you know what I mean?
And it's the fact that when they stun you, because it's kind of like a Left 4 Dead thing, isn't it? Where this special character has stunned you, and instead of him like being realistic, and I've got one guy down, I'll look for the next. he's just like wailing on you, and like you're stuck for a certain amount of time.
Until you get caught, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like it's a bit daft, but that's the game, that's the video game element of it. You can't have it too realistic. It needs to have these
that arcadey sort of style.
Yeah. So I'm quite even though it sounds like I'm moaning about, I'm just pointing out that they've got the game has these flaws.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing though. What we're saying is, it's not a bad thing. It's just what makes the game.
Yeah,
it makes it humorous.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. It's part of the game. It's a bit derpy, but it kind of makes the game what the game is. It gives it that funness.
Yeah.
Lastly, this will be quick. Just the visuals. How did the game look? 10 years ago, it was fine.
It looked okay. Yeah, it doesn't look great now.
Yeah, it's a bit rough around the edges now.
It's passable.
Yeah, I think something that always bugs me is, not really bugs me, but something I just can't help but notice is when you are in casing mode and you have the player models, they are the most like cardboard, sort of half-assed, resolution.
Yeah.
It's like they know the player models aren't what you're going to be seeing through most of the game because they stick the mask on and then the masks have a bit more detail to them, in all fairness to them. But just little things like just make the player models just look a little bit more realistic or something. If you're going for the graphic style it's what as good as they could look at the time.
Yeah.
10 years later, it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if they did a cell shading thing like Borderlands, you can get away with it 10 years later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the art style doesn't change. The art style is that art style. Yeah.
But just because it's, they were going for your basic, let's make the game look good.
Semi-realistic. Yeah.
Yeah, it now doesn't look great.
True.
And I'm going to be honest, from what I've seen from Payday 3, it doesn't look like it's going to be much better in Payday 3.
No, I know. I know, but I'm still looking forward to playing it.
It's not what you're looking for in the game. You don't want... No. I don't want bloody Gran Turismo looking super realistic Payday.
It takes away from it.
Yeah, I just want a nice enough looking game, but the game's fun. The levels are good. We can talk about levels quickly before we...
Oh, I know, yeah. It's fun as, isn't it?
But that's all you want. Fun game. Fun game. Good music. As we've established... couple of weeks ago.
Last
good
week,
music.
Yeah.
So I'm not asked that the game looks passable.
It's fine,
but it could be.
It's
better.
Fine.
It could.
I mean, there's some points that you're trying to look for something, and it's not entirely obvious where you need to be looking. There's some quality of life things that I mean, they're not going to do it now, but I mean, it could have had to make it look a wee bit better, but I mean, for the most part, I'm not sitting there going, "Whoa, look at the speeds that smell on his forehead just as I'm about to shoot him." I don't care. I'm literally just running and gunning and shooting people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So throwing my bags of money at him or whatever, just as So
why can't you use the bags of money as a weapon?
Maybe you can on this one.
You should be able to pelt your bag at them, and
if you've got a bag and you melee, you can be able to whack them on the side of the head with the bag. We'll tweet that into them. There you go.
We're coming for you, Overkill. We got fat ideas for you.
Hey, just put us on the payroll. We'll make you a good game. We'll come up with ideas.
Yeah, come to Retro Gak Attack. We'll sort you out. Maybe they'll sponsor us. We can sponsor them.
Yeah, that's it. We'll do it.
Favorite heist?
Oh God,
there's some really good levels on there.
There's some bloody good levels. There are some dire ones as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some bum ones, but we'll talk about the good ones.
I mean, we mentioned the combustion engine one. That's a dire one.
That was just really overly tough.
You had to look at certain things in the basement to figure out how it is, and we had a guy that told us what to look out for, and we still couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
There are some levels that just are overly stupid, but then there are some like the small bank. Like, how many times have we done that small bank level?
And
we still love doing it.
It's like the
level.
I think I would say that boring answer, but that is the best one because you've got the one where you can steal the money. You got the one where you can steal the gold. You got the ones where you steal from the storage boxes. So it's like you can always have a different one each time, and you can have different approaches to them. And I just love the simplicity of a bank heist. Yeah. And you can go in guns blazing. You can try and be stealthy. You can go in with the saw and get all the storage boxes as well as the gold and the money and stuff. Yeah. I just love that sort of. You can do all that in that heist.
You can play it any way that you want at that level.
In terms of an over the top one, which is there are a few where they're batty. They're not so much heists. They're just like missions, aren't they? It's go in, do this crazy thing, over the top Michael Bay set piece at the end. There's a couple of them, and there's one we did when we first jumped back on a couple months ago, where it's like a crack den or something, and you start at the bottom floor of this apartment building, and you work your way up and stuff, and then at the end of it, you like blow up a big safe or something in the middle section of the building, and then you'd lift it out with a. It was so over the top and daft, and it was so like action packed. It was just loads of fun.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm just looking through this. Absolutely hundreds of levels.
There's tons of them.
White Christmas.
White Christmas is fun.
The guy with the Santa that's got all the cocaine in that mountain area.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's good. I enjoyed that. That was pretty good. The nightclub. That's from the first game.
Nightclub's a good one.
That's such a good one.
Nightclub's a good one.
I'm literally the Hoxton. Do you remember the Hoxton Breakout? Do you remember that one where we had to?
Is that where you've got to follow the armored car or something for a bit?
Yeah, and
then you break him out.
You break him out, and you've got to work your way through the city, and you get stung into a building and stuff.
That's like a 2 or 3 day one, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a big one. Like.
I prefer the one shot ones, 1 day, because I just like getting it done. Get a load of bags at the end, get the little things, and then you get that satisfying straight away experience and stuff.
I suppose with the little ones, like it is a pain where say you've done a level and you've stealthed it. And then you get caught on the way, and you've got to do the next day, and it doesn't class it being as the mission's been done in stealth. Yeah. That's harsh. Because I mean, to be honest, that's like a flip of the coin when you finish the level, whether you get that or not.
Yeah, and it's a bit. It's just a bit cheap almost because you start those missions like where you've crashed your car or something, or you've abandoned your car, and then all your sacks of money are just laying on the floor in the middle of a road.
In the middle of a road,
and you've immediately got to get them to a safe place before the popo nick them, and then it's like it's a 25% chance of you going the right direction. Of this is where your pickup's going to be. Yeah, but it always ends up you're on the bloody other side of the map, and you've got to grab all those bags and fling them, and grab them and fling them.
Yeah,
it can be irritating.
Do the crack house one? Do you remember that one? Where you've got to go around and you've got to make crack cocaine, and you've got like a meth lab. You've got to get the right ingredients to make the meth. I
don't mind that one. I find it
if you put the wrong thing and it blows the lab off.
Yeah, I like that touch to it.
Yeah. We never see when we first got to that one. Like we always blew the lab, but we had no idea what we were looking for. We were just grabbing anything and just firing it in there.
My problem with that one is, even though it does tell you like you need sulfur or something, so go and find sulfur. It's the fact that you've got to trudge around the whole map to find the specific item, and then you eventually find, and you've got to get back without getting pelted by bullets by whoever the baddies in the level or the police when they turn up. I just don't like the ones where it's like quite small map, get specific things in an order and bring them back. And then when you put the things in, you've then got to wait 3 minutes for the thing to get made. And then you grab the sack and then you take it to the thing. It's just a bit too much sometimes. Yeah.
Do you
remember, I like the simple bank ones.
Do you remember the election day one? Where you have to rig the voting
booths?
Rig
the votes, yeah.
That's so good. That was good. And I like oil paintings.
I like the art gallery one.
The oil paintings.
Yeah, that's good. That's,
where you can sneak across up to the window and sneak a thing.
Yeah, that's a really satisfying one to attempt to stealth. It's really hard, or for us, for me especially, it was really hard to not get caught by someone.
Yeah.
But it is like, considering like a lot of people moan about stealth in games, I've always been quite. I'm a fan of stealth. Yeah, I'm a Metal
I
Gear
will
Solid guy.
always try and stealth one of the level.
There's
as
nothing more
much as I
satisfying.
can.
If you can stealth a level on that game where you've done heists, stolen stuff, and made it without being seen, that is satisfying.
Yeah.
As opposed, even though the game is fun when it goes tits up and you've just got to shoot everyone, and it's still fun that way. It just doesn't give you that feeling of satisfaction of stealthing.
And it's crazy that doing a level can take you like half an hour, 40 minutes, but it doesn't feel like you've been playing it for like half an hour, 40 minutes. It feels like you've literally just started.
And that's the beauty of the game.
Oh, I know. It's such a good little game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really want to go play now.
I know, same. But we've got to do one thing first. We've got to score it.
Okay, then.
I believe this will be the youngest game.
It will be.
It's on the slag regardless. This is finally number 20. This will be the 20th game on the slag.
We got 21.
But I do believe it is the youngest one, not long after. Even then, I think it's still 5 years younger than Resident Evil 5. Is that that is our current youngest game?
Yeah.
Sits at 4th place on the slag.
So it's not going to be as high as Resident Evil 5.
It's not going to be Resident Evil 5, but we'll see. What score do you give Payday
7.5.
Nice.
Come on,
it's a quality game, isn't it?
It is. You can't fault it. It's a fun game. You get to rob banks. You get to, do crimes that you can never even imagine you doing in your life.
Yeah.
And the controls are the guff sometimes, and the AI's guff sometimes, but it doesn't matter because
it's charm.
That's it, and it's fun, and that, you know what I mean. It is. It's just a fun game, and I will play this over many other games. So it's gonna get a decent score from me.
And it gets an even decenter score from me. I think for the amount of fun that it's given us. The amount of time we spent on it,
and will continue to give us.
Yeah.
Because of it being on Game Pass, do you know what I mean? Like, we will forever play this game until they take it off, and I don't think they'll ever take it off.
No, and you can just keep jumping on it, can't you? It's an easy game to jump on and play.
Yeah.
And I would happily give it 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
8 out of 10.
Okay.
The amount of content they give you as well. That's the thing.
Oh, I know.
The amount of content.
Yeah.
Everything they've added to the game. It's just a fun game. It is a solid, easy 8 out of 10 for me.
So 775,000.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
It puts it 10th place, which is not bad for a random little entry like Payday 2. He sits on his own in 10th place, and we actually finally have a top 10 where there's no equals. They've knocked Payday 2 has knocked out Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam, ISS.
And to be fair,
it's a shame, but
given the choice of the games to play, would you rather play Payday or them?
I would rather play Payday.
I would rather play Payday. So yeah, this is totally fine. Totally works.
Unless you're on your own. Together,
yes.
It's easily Payday. Although you do, the 3 that it's knocked off are fun multiplayer games.
Yeah, they are. But to be fair, on your own sometimes it's actually easier to stealth when you're on your own as well.
Yeah, because you've got that. You've not got me.
I was going to say, I don't have a fucking bull in a china shot ready to fucking shoot someone at the first drop of a hat.
Hey, when we first started playing, I didn't know what I was doing. But, we still got money. There's visual proof.
Yeah, there's video proof. Yeah.
I'm happy it's made the top 10. I'm happy. He may not be there that long, but Payday 2 broke.
Depends on the games that we're going to be talking about next.
Yeah, I will when I get the chance update our randomizer. I'll get some. I think there's still a lot of classics that we've not got on the.
Oh God, yeah. There's hundreds of games.
Yeah. So
hundreds of games. So,
it's just finding the time to play them. if neither of us have played them.
You finding the time to play actual Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong Country and Zelda Ocarina of Time and.
Well, I've tried Zelda, not great. Donkey Kong Country is fine. I can play through that. Banjo-Kazooie does not run good on the Game Boy.
It ran okay on the Linux side.
Okay.
When I tried that, because I can't do the Android because it says my memory card is corrupt and it will not read it.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, well, the thing is, to be honest, I'm going to put this Arc OS on it. So, and that's good, and that's better than both apparently.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Just when I get the time, which I have none. The only time I have time is 8 o'clock on a Thursday to do this with you. And even then, I have to eat my dinner whilst I'm doing it.
Professional.
Professionalism.
I do have a suggestion for next week.
Okay. Oh, suggestion, yes.
While I was working earlier, it just came to my head. It's something I think I've played a little bit of, but I want an excuse to play it. Mega Man. Oh, he's pulling the face.
Yeah, okay. Alexa, stop.
Only because... Is there like a specific one that everyone bums that we have to play? Two.
Mega Man 2 is regarded as the best Mega Man.
Shall we do Mega Man 2 then?
Oh, yeah, I would rather do Mega Man 2 than Mega Man.
Okay, why? Is Mega Man guff?
No. Mega Man's an amazing game, but my God, is it fucking hard. And I don't think...
I want to try it now.
Think, you, by all means, I would rather pull my nails out of my fingers than have to try and play that, if I'm being honest, because that's fucking nails.
Okay.
It's so hard. I mean, and to me, Mega Man 2 is still hard.
But it's considered the best one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll do that one then. I've got an excuse to play it now.
We've got about 19 Mega Man games that we can go through, so that's, you know what I mean? We can make a start and chip away at them.
We'll see how 2 goes, and then we'll we'll go from there.
Okay, that's fine.
So, cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Or listening. Or listening. We've got to get used to saying that now.
I'm not going to lie. I listened to our one from last week on Spotify last night.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you.
And then I put it on my podcast app and fell asleep to it as well. And then I woke up and realized that it doesn't turn off. It used to turn off when you got to the end.
Okay.
And it's gone through my playlist of 80 podcasts.
Nice.
And, yeah. So we have inadvertently ruined my podcast playlist. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's what we do at Retro Gak Attack.
I'm thanking myself as well. I've been being so fucking vain listening to myself as I fall asleep. So there you go.
I listen to it just to sort of test it out because I'll watch our stuff. I'll watch these Retro Gaks because when I want to do best ofs and that, when I got to do the little clips and stuff.
Yeah.
But I actually really enjoyed listening to us on Spotify. It was like I didn't have to worry about, as much as I love looking at you and looking at me and seeing it. I mean, I'm not
gonna lie, I'm a good looking guy.
Exactly. Yeah. But because when you're watching a YouTube video, you feel like you're obligated to watch the video.
Yeah.
But I think especially because we were talking about music, the soundtracks one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just suited listening on Spotify or listening to the podcast because we were talking about music and then you got the little snippets of the music and it just kind of worked. Don't want to toot my own horn, but it kind of worked. I spent many fucking hours on that. It better have been fucking good, yeah.
It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
And over time, I am going to try and add classic episodes starting from Mario Kart, and I'll work it. But it's we can only do 6 hours a month. So
that's a bit daft. That's not a lot.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it? But
I think I'm not going to say that there must be other options.
I don't know. This Buzzsprout. I love Buzzsprout. They're really good. I think they're considered the easier. They are the more the easiest to go to for amateurs like me. They just put everything. And in all fairness, I know I used them a year ago, but doing them yesterday or the day before, whenever I did it, it's so easy to just save. I save this as an MP3, send it over to them. It's uploaded in a minute, and then it's
and that's it.
and that's it. And then once it's online, It's just thrown all over it. So it's on Spotify, we're on Amazon, we're on Google, we're on Apple, we're on bloody everything, man. It's mental. Our mugs are everywhere. But yeah, next week then, Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2, right.
What have I got myself into?
Yeah. Get it, I think I've got it on the Switch. Get it on the Switch. I can get it on the Switch for £6 or something like that.
Oh, I'm not paying money. I got the game, bloke, man.
No. Fair enough. Fair enough. Got the old boy. Right.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. See you later.
Guys.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.